You saw the title, you saw the thumbnail. Alright, let's just get to this. I avoided this for a long time for the OGs that have been here specifically from Rye's part. For the actual people that don't know what happened, let me just explain a little bit. Rye 99, I don't know if you know him, but you probably do know his OG stuff that he used to do SFM animations with like funny, goofy stuff, and you know, the golden era of FNAF, I guess you can say. He had millions of views. He played with Gmod with friends as well, which is basically how I got to him. And I'm not gonna sit here and explain the full story because that's for another video. I have teased that there's going to be a full story explaining like my entire routine, not my entire full story on YouTube, but that's going to be soon. Let's get to the important part first. I haven't interacted with Rye about almost 2 years. Literally, like the last time I interacted with him was January 2024, which is literally almost 1 year ago. 1 month to be 2 years actually. Rye99 was a FNAF content creator in terms of Gmod with friends and other games with friends, Uno and type stuff. You know, he was reuniting all his friends to play for a video and stuff, and it was really cool. He has deleted his channel as this time, but his second channel, Ryeman, has changed to Ryan, which is his real name, and I don't know what happened. He privated some videos, I guess. I have no idea. This video is specifically to say why I left and why I think this is good to be exposed, because this is not something that we want in a FNAF community. Let's first off start with Rye and friends. Right, so Rye and friends, how can I say this? Oh my god, there's a lot to say. I'm not going to be naming every single person that I've interacted from the past in the friend group and stuff, but let's just say, actually, let me pull up very quick the community post I made, because this is going to be appearing on the video 100%. Rye99 deleted his channel. It's kind of crazy for me to make this post, but honestly, thank God. He ain't a good person. If you don't know, he dated minors. Many of his friends are or were defending him as well. And they were also kind of messing with me, saying he wasn't a PDF, which in the end he is, as I talked to a lot of my content creator friends about it. For the people that have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm Waluk. I was that color red roster Freddy in his videos. I was the youngest out of everybody in the friend group. His friends treated me poorly, trying to tell me who I needed to be. They also talked behind the back of everyone in the friend group, and every day there was a problem. 2 years ago, I have dipped them completely without a word, even Rye. I never liked the toxicity and the fakeness they did towards me. Keep in mind, I was also young, between the age of 15, 16. And they were adults. When I met Rye, he was dating Rami. Rami was the one who introduced me to him. And Rye admitted right in the call that he was dating Rami, while also doing some kiss noises and quote-unquote cute noises in front of me. I was 14 when I met him. Rye was 21 or 22 and she was 16. See, there's a problem. I don't think I'm surprised anymore, because there has been a bunch of content creators just not doing the best. I feel like, dude, listen, if I were to name a bunch of people that have gotten exposed this year for like the same shit, it pisses me off obviously, but for the same shit, fellas, don't interact with minors. How hard is it? I don't care. Like, I don't really care if you have a crush on them, but you know what to not do. You should know what to not do. You should know what is illegal, and you should know that as a content creator, morally, that's not good. It should be common sense already. But there's a lot of friends that defended him, and even, dude, I don't even know how to say it, but even friends that are not friends, but mostly supporters, defending him about him not being one. Fellas, he was over the age of 18. There's no excuse. He was over the age of 18. I also did pin a message in the description saying, this archive video is his private live stream when he admitting dating Rami and defending it by the age of consent, which it doesn't matter. He was over 18. This is what I literally just said. The important timestamps are 25-24, 45-25, and 51-35. You also, as a content creator, should know morally that's not good at all. As a content creator, you don't give that example. This is horrible. This is facts. Now let's check the video, because this is really important, right? This is quite crazy stuff. I feel like I am the one to put this out because, first off, I was the youngest in the entire friend group, and I was treated horrible by them. And this was the guy that they were looking up to, that basically was the reason why we were all in the friend group. Let's just watch this.
There are rumors spreading around right now that I am
Hold on, before continuing, I should probably mention this was published on the 2020, but basically the same date as the live stream. Which again, it doesn't matter if it's the past. You were over 18, you damaged a bunch of people in the community. Get off.
Apparently, from what I was told and what Patrick said in his video, apparently all this was a joke. I don't know why calling somebody a is a joke. That is an extremely serious thing, and I will never ever see that as a joke, nor will I agree with that. But those people who are doing that, I also wronged those people.
I'm also not going to be like putting everything in the video, but that's like the main thing. Like that's one of the important time steps I indicated, because that's when it theoretically started, but then he went yap about a lot of stuff. But like, let's get to the important part here. I'm on 45, about to be on 45, 25, which is like the most important one, I think.
I'm going to explain a bit of backstory, and I'm going to reveal some things I've never revealed, but I feel like it is very necessary for me to reveal this. Before I get into that, I'm gonna talk about the past. So
I don't even want to talk about that, dude. Like, there's another video that also kind of, it doesn't start speaking about Rami. He did this before, but he was not 18. I guess he was kind of a creep, but you did that now, and you should have known that was not good. That was not going to be good. I don't know what was over his head, but I feel like many people just don't understand anymore. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, I don't know if this started in 2015 or 2016, but there was this girl I was friends with who I had an RP relationship with them. And if you don't know what that means, it's RP means role play. So her and I were role playing as boyfriend and girlfriend. It wasn't really seen as a serious relationship.
Sorry, but can I just say, this is really cringe, man. There's a point, okay? If you are young, like below 18, I can understand you. You were 23 in this live stream. I kind of, okay, you explaining that, it's kind of crazy, because it feels like you cannot let the past go, and you just keep bringing the past, and you're pretty much just damaging more of your image on the screen right now. I don't know why you're bringing that up. I thought you were going to go to the actual thing, but you're just basically putting more damage into your image yourself. I don't even know what you're trying to do here.
Even like when we started to do that role play, it started out as a joke. Like it started out as a joke in the comment section of her profile page. And I even said at one point jokingly to her, don't worry, I'm not going to RP break up with you.
You know, I cannot keep this anymore. Like, I have all the info here, okay? I am spitting everything around. There's no turning back. I'm uploading this. I'm not trying to be evil here. I'm trying to expose something to the light that should be exposed, because it's something important and something to be very careful about, and a person to be very careful about.
I will say that I was 16 at the time and she was 12, and we stopped the RP when I was 17 and she was 13. So after a year, we stopped.
There is the first point of, you can see that he used to do this as well. Like, basically, he has been with many minors before, right? He has been with many minors before, and the age gap is kind of crazy. However, why would you explain that to the public? You are damaging more of yourself. You just did. I don't even know why even privating the live stream was like, you thought a good idea in the first place. I mean, you deleted your channel right now. I don't really care, but you should have knew. It's not also that, but it's about to be moving out in the past. And I feel like people in the community of him, and also like the people that have interacted with the community and seen, and also just mainly over put shit in their statuses, calling for attention, and mainly because they cannot speak to anybody else. You don't do that, fellas. I swear to God, I'm gonna crash out. You don't overdo statuses like that, okay? One thing is overdoing it. One thing is, okay, I do it sometimes. But don't overdo it like every day, or do it like every, I don't know, hours, I guess. Because I've seen people doing that in the community and seeking that for attention, and it's, I don't know what to think. I feel like the internet just got really bad. I've explained this in the game show post, which I'm also going to be linking down below. I feel like the world just completely lost common sense when quarantine started. You see, you spend so much time in the internet, it affects you mentally. Thankfully, I was always a person that never used Twitter, only to promote my shit, or if I get notified from a friend. TikTok, and lately never stayed in a public Discord server at all. All that, basically. For any internet user, go outside. Stay out of your comfort zone. You are not getting any better by staying in your room all day. You will learn life as how it should be. The internet is a place also for love. It's true, but not the same way. And this is facts. I don't care what you say. This is facts. This is my opinion. You can have your opinion. But this is, in my POV, facts. You can have your opinion on that. Cool. But one thing is, though, one thing that is true, go outside. You don't need to stay in your room all day, because that's bad for you.
I know she was a bit young for me, and the relationship was not real. It was roleplay. It doesn't change the fact that I wish it didn't happen, because
One thing, important thing here, sorry to cut this off, but I feel like what is important to say is that he was 17, like how I said. He was not fully an adult, yeah, like legally an adult, but I mean, you can tell that you know where this is going, right? Like, you should have seen it happening from a mile away, even if he did that. He didn't do that, like, I think 2 times. I don't remember, we'll see. But, dude, I don't know, it's too much for my head. I don't even know why I'm speaking about it. But I feel like I need to be the one to speak about it because nobody else speaks about it in a video. It's so annoying how he can get away with this. It's not fun. I don't like doing these type of videos, but I feel like I need to because this is important. This is really important to me.
we did that role play without either of our parents knowing, which was wrong. When my mom actually found out about it, she actually tried to talk me out of it. And she was right in doing that. Yeah, I want to say I'm sorry to the girl because I know that I hurt her too. I can honestly say I never did anything. I never ever did anything inappropriate with that girl because the relationship was role play anyway. Yeah, I am sorry that people, I can see why people questioned that and saw that as a bad thing. And that was in the past, and I'm sorry. I really am.
I love how he keeps saying that's in the past. He said that multiple times, guys, and I mean in many situations. He tried to say he was gonna move on from the past. Like, it's hard for him to move on from the past and saying, I hate people comparing me to my past. It feels like he is rotting himself in that circle because nobody, in reality, nobody cares about you. And obviously they will say shit about you. People don't care about me. Like, who the fuck cares about me? You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck cares about your life? This is facts because it has happened to me. Like, I'm not going to be here, seeing what's wrong with every single person or type stuff. But Rye just crossed the line. I don't even know what was he on about, but he crossed the line, and I think I needed to speak about it. I keep saying the same thing, I'm sorry, but I'm just glad I'm doing this.
1 second ago I said how I hated to talk about this. I'm so funny, guys.
This is something I never revealed. You guys remember all that ship art of me and Rebecca or FNAF Fan 126? It's true. Her and I at one point were in a relationship.
I don't even know why are you explaining your private life at this point. You gotta know, I'm very exposed. I do get a bunch of pics and post them on my Instagram, which you should follow, by the way. But not my private life. I mentioned to people here that I had a relationship and last year, telling them how it was to have a girlfriend. I wanted to talk about it, but I'm not going to talk in details. I'm not going to say who it was. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that also online dated. And this was basically my first relationship in terms of in real life. When I was younger, I used to like online relationships quite a bit, and that's just how the young mindset works. Don't be afraid. Listen, don't be afraid. This is just my opinion. I feel like you can have a relationship of the type you want online or in real life. It's all right. I mostly care now about in real life because I know things can end up bad online, in my opinion. So I just stay away from this and just go there because it's a little bit better.
We were in a relationship. One thing I regret doing is telling everybody and telling our fans that we weren't in a relationship when in reality we were. Only reason we did that was because, the ship art was already getting ridiculous about us, and we were afraid of what would happen if we were to reveal it. But we shouldn't have said that we were just friends when in reality we were in a relationship. I am sorry for that. When Rebecca and I started dating, I was 18 and she was just turning 15.
What? That's actually, wow, I forgot about he said that actually. Wow, there you go. It happened multiple times, fellas. He never learned. No, seriously though. I'm sorry if I'm not taking it seriously. Obviously I'm not. I'm trying to be as positive as I can, but I can't. It quite annoys me. It annoys me because I feel like by the time that passed, content creators have lost their common sense and they don't even know what's right anymore, and they just do whatever the fuck they want. Don't do that. Don't do that. Being a content creator, it's bad. It's bad. You know what's crazy is that this guy had almost 700k subs. What are we doing?
So the age gap is about 3 to 3.5 years.
You can tell he's trying to defend his relationships here, and I kind of just think that's absolutely funny. Why would you do that?
As far as I know, nobody had any problems with the relationship, not on my side or her side.
I am done, dude. I don't care. But you can't expose your private life like that. You can't just expose that to the public. You can't be that dumb to address what you are.
I am also aware, though, that at times I did make Rebecca uncomfortable, and I did hurt her at least in some way.
Yeah, what can you possibly do in a relationship? What's a relationship meant to be? Come on, dude. Are we serious? You're saying you don't have intentions sometimes, and I feel like, I don't know, you just keep doing that with other relationships and other minors. I don't know, what are we doing, right? That's absolutely insane to say. He probably meant that also in like a different way, but the way I see it is that he probably had some interesting intentions, but I don't think that ever happened. I just want to cool it down for a little bit and actually try to think positive. I mean, this is not positive, obviously, but I'm just trying to like cool down for myself and actually just chill a little bit, because it pisses me off. It really does. And seriously, I'm not the type of guy to make these type of videos, but there's no one else speaking about this. So what am I supposed to do, dude? I can't see this guy getting away with the same shit every time.
And Rebecca, if you're watching this, I know like we've already talked and I know you already understand, but I'm still sorry.
Why are we apologizing in live stream if it's already been talked? It feels like he's also in that. I remember what he said to me at one point is that he focused on what others says so much that you don't need to. You are who you are. They don't need to change you. But in these cases, they wanted to warn you about it and you didn't listen. You never listened. How many people did this to you? Like, how many people went and reached out to you saying, you're a content creator? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people did that to you? I was one of the first people that actually left and completely dipped and didn't say anything, because I just didn't want it to make any drama type of content, and I wasn't that type of guy until this point, because at this point it's been, it's been a little bit, and I think I can't see this guy getting away with it, bro. I'm sorry, but this is not how it should be. This is not the type of content creators that we will want in the community.
So now let's talk about my current relationship. I am currently dating someone right now. I didn't want this to be out in the public because I was afraid of how it would look like. And I knew this would look very questionable. So here it goes. Some of you are probably aware the new person that appeared in Zany Gmod and Zany Gmod episode 128. It's Rami is my girlfriend. I am 23. Okay, now what I'm about to say is going to sound really bad, but please hear me out. I'm 23, she's 17. She's turning 18 this October.
Oh my god, what are we doing? What are we doing? You guys, I'm gonna tell you how much I've gotten messages from, or actually have heard about many people saying that he wasn't one. Even his friends. His friends don't believe he's one, because they don't have common sense. They lost it. They completely lost it. 95% of the people that I've saw online completely lost common sense. I even lost old friends losing common sense. It is absolutely annoying. I don't care if I'm throwing fire. I'm saying facts. People completely lost common sense ever since quarantine. And it's because people just got locked in the internet for so long. I am proud I could have made it out of that friend group, because that was so toxic. They talked behind their back so many times. They couldn't be comfortable one day with one of them. You know, like, there's always this one person that feels uncomfortable with this one and then tells this other guy and also feels uncomfortable with this one. What is a friend group? That's not a friend group. That's just toxic behavior. Talking behind the backs of the people every single time. It's like, that's not friends anymore. What kind of friend is that? People just decide to look good, just to be sure they are not involved in any drama. I have promised some things that were not really what I felt. There was at one point that I was also forced to say some things. I remember that I needed to say some things about, I don't know, maybe just some online relationship that I had at the time. I was 15. By the way, just to let you know, I was 15 and they treated me so fucking poorly, saying what I needed to do. What kind of person you are to get involved in my life and in my private life? I don't care about the person in the relationship. I hope they are doing alright. I'm just talking about you. Who the fuck you are to tell me what to do? Who the fuck you are? I don't care the fact that it's been a long time, but I know the type of person you are because you never changed. And it's not only you, it's like 3, 4 more. I know you never changed. It's absolutely awful, the stuff that went on there. I had no idea sometimes what was going on. It was so awful. Now I'm not gonna say that I'm innocent though, because I'm not. I did stuff, wild stuff. But you start to think, like you start to think and say, I was 15, 16. I'm 18 now. Do you think I have learned? Yes, I did, because I went and do my own shit with many collabs too over there happening. I've been on charity events and stuff like that. Peak cinema, whatever you want to call it.
I just want people to know that, once again, just like mine and Rebecca's relationship, both of my parents approved of the relationship, and Rami's family also approved of the relationship. So once again, there was approval on both sides. And if Rami were to come in and testify, she can confirm that. She will confirm that. I can honestly say that Rami and I have never ever done anything sexual or inappropriate with each other. We have not sent each other anything inappropriate.
Boss, you are already doing something inappropriate. Dating a minor.
I do want to show one thing here. Let me just switch the scene real quick. Okay, so her and I are both of legal age. So you can see here that the legal age of consent in Canada, you can see right there it says it's 16. And in Germany, which is where she lives, the legal age of consent you can see down there is 14.
GG's. GG's. He thought that was tough. He completely ruined himself when he pulled that up, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what to say, man. This is... Stop defending this. Stop defending this, because this is not looking good on you. And even if you're not looking good at yourself, I'm also looking bad at your friends, because they are supporting you too, saying that you are on one. Some of your friends, Rye, have said that you are not one, and I can't believe it, because that's just not how it should work. Now, a message to your friends. I don't know if they are watching, and I don't care if they do, because I'm probably not going to be responding to anything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, why? Sorry, I just have no idea what to say. People saying it's the past and stuff like that. Fellas, he was over 18. It's over. He was over 18. His age was 18 plus. Let me remind you that, okay? And that's when you know they lost common sense too, because this just over. Like, you can't see it. Even if he was an inspiration at one point, like, I will admit, do I regret being there? Do I seriously regret being there? Yes and no. Yes, because they were treating me so poorly, and this was also happening. I didn't have an idea, but also it filled me with a bunch of memories, of good memories that were part of my life, and that's going to be probably included in the full story video. That's happening soon. I am working on the script. I was supposed to go back home here today saying I want to edit the video that I'm working on, which the next video, by the way, I guess I can say, is Locked at Freddy's. Okay, it's happening. I'm working on the video. I'm uploading this first and then that, but I am seriously so sorry for making this video. But do I regret it? No, I don't, because this is important information to get people's attention, and also just not cover this because it's absolutely awful. There's not only the damage you've done to the minors, but it's also the damage you've done to people being yourself, because Rye was never a good person. He was never understanding the stuff that he was also, like, people just tell him stuff, right? He never learned. He never listens. He never listened, to be fair, because I don't know how he is now. Just one more thing before I finish this video, because I want this to be over with already. I don't exactly regret being there. There were fun memories, but also stuff that I learned. I have been in friend groups from friend groups, but they lost common sense, and I knew I had to leave, and I knew I had to dip without saying anything. I don't know, dude. I seriously don't know what to say, because I'm tired. I want this to be out right now. I'm really angry. I really am, because these people were really just fake friends as well. I also want to mention one more thing. There is a video that Ryan, AJ Marco, I think he was, they got exposed about some crazy shit from the past, but also, well, what happened with my hand there? Hello? But also, it's kind of wild, because that's how they usually act in these times as well. So, you know, it's kind of crazy. Also, just not to mention, H.M. Marco was... I don't have proof for this one, but if someone does, cool. I think he was transphobic, or he was homophobic as well. I don't even remember, but yeah, I remember him being transphobic though. Other than that, I think that's all that I can say. Fellas, have a a good day, now whatever. I'm sorry for these sad news. I had to be said. I mean, Rye deleting his channel was like the last mistake he could have done, because that's not gonna help him improve in either way. He's just hiding from the mistakes. That's not how it should work. Just rest, fellas.